Hopefully my child is okay.
He's fine.
All right. Hi, I'm Phil. Welcome to Pretty Good Cooking.
Pretty good.
Tonight in the show, I'm going to teach you how to make Maroulosalata, which is a Greek romaine salad. I braised a lamb roast in an Instant Pot, and I would have done that live, but I was a little nervous that it would have taken too long, but turns out it came out pretty good. We're gonna have some steaks, because I found some on Manager's Special. And I'm gonna roast some radishes, which I've never done before. I think that'll be nice. We're gonna eat with pita bread. We're gonna have some wine. It's gonna be one of those, it's Mediterranean, so it's healthy, but it's meat and wine, so maybe it's not that healthy, I don't know. But that's what we're gonna have tonight. So let's get down to business, which is it is not to defeat the Huns. We have no quarrel with them. The business that we are attending to in this time is to pour a glass of wine. Courtney. All right, so part of why we're having radishes is because I was at the store and I was like, those look like some nice radishes. So that's how we got here. Probably a little bit over a pound of radishes, but I'm not totally sure. And we'll give them a washing. Radishes do grow in the earth, therefore there may be dirt on them. I know that may be surprising to some of you. And very simply, what we're gonna do is just trim if they require trimming and split. So we're gonna roast them as halves, and with some surface area contact, maybe we'll get some crispy bits. So I've got a few more to split. Be right back when I'm done. Okay, here's my radishes. They're big, so that means we might have to roast them a little bit longer, but that's okay. So we're eating in the Greek style. We're gonna use olive oil for almost everything today. And let's have fun, and let's season it with Penzeys Justice. Which, if you're not familiar with Penzeys spices, they are not shy about their political opinions. So this came in a don't forget about January the 6th spice kit, which included like a pledge card to make sure you vote. I bought it because it was a very good value, incredible deal. Retail $18. I got it for $6. So this is dried shallot, garlic, onion, green peppercorn, chives, and green onion. So it's kind of like just a green flavor, and we'll go pretty heavy on that. It tastes great. I love Penzeys spices for their flavor, and I have no opinions about their politics or any opinions.
That's a lie. Biggest lie I've ever heard in my life.
And a big healthy thing of salt, and we give it one of these and one of those. Here's a pan. I put the parchment paper for easier cleanup, and we'll give it a shake. So we'll arrange them a bit. I think I will try to get them cut side down first. Radishes are a very, very inexpensive vegetable. You probably will always be able to buy a bag of radishes for $1, even in this economy. And whose economy is it? Who can say? I don't know. I have no opinions. All right, here they are into the preheated oven. The oven's at 400 degrees. Let's check them in 20 minutes. They definitely will need more time than that, but let's check them then. All right, the last thing we're gonna do today is the salad, because we're gonna try to mix it together at the final moment so it doesn't get soggy. Soggy and sad. Just like, I'm sure you can think of somebody who is soggy and sad. Please take a moment to picture someone in your life who is soggy and sad. That is what your salad will be like.
And post them in...
No, don't put them on blast. That's not what I meant. Okay, let me show you what's going on in the Instant Pot. So I got this lamb leg. It was done a while ago. So what I did is I pressure cooked this on high for about 40 minutes. And I cut it a little bit just to check it out. So let me show you what we're working with here. I was very happy with how this came out. So this is a piece of the leg, and you can see that it is nicely cooked, but not obliterated. So we can actually get nice slices that you can pull apart. They're quite tasty. It's amazing. So I'm pulling this out in part because I want to pull out this liquid that's still in the pot and see if I can like reduce it and do something with it. By the way, I cooked this in some wine and some onions and some garlic And I have some fresh rosemary and thyme from my farm share. So I'm just gonna throw my lamb back in there. I've got it on keep warm. It's okay for now. So there's my liquid. And this liquid, which is primarily lamb juice and fat, but also some cooked down wine. A little bit of red and white wine in here. And all I'm gonna do is bring this to a simmer and see if I can cook it down. All right, I've got Earthbound Found organic romaine hearts today. Here I am washing the lettuce. You know, I put it in a salad spinner if I had one, but that's sat on my Amazon wish list for the last 6 years. I'll never get a salad spinner. So a lot of versions of this that I have seen had a very thinly sliced romaine, such as I'm doing here. You can see they're very thin. We kind of got like these ribbons of romaine. Now I already know that John will like this salad because I know that John likes herbaceous salads. Sometimes when I'm like, hey John, what should we make on the show? He's like, what if we made a salad with the herbs? All right, next up we've got 4 green onions, 4 of them. And we're just gonna thinly slice those. I kind of like to do a straight cut for the white part of the scallion. So you got the little rounds like so. And then I like to do a little more of a diagonal cut for the greens. That's what I like to do. All right, we're getting in there with them herbs. I got mint, fresh mint. If you want your mint to taste real good, you can slap it. Yeah, if you got weak hands, you could use a brute instrument, but we just want to chop that up finely, and then that goes. And our other main herb today is dill. All right, that seems like plenty of dill to me. And you could add parsley. So, at the point where we are right now, I've got my greenery in the salad. I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. Look, it's all green. It's all finely shredded. My radishes are just about ready to be checked at that 20-minute point. So let's take a look at them. And it looks like they're getting shrivelly, but they're certainly not done. I think I'm just gonna leave them cut side down and see what happens. But they are not yet tender, so let's let them keep going. All right, I was enticed by a manager's special. And these are baseball cut top sirloins for $6 a pound. There's nothing wrong with them, but they do look slightly oxidized. Oxidations doesn't necessarily impact flavor a ton, but you can see it has a darker appearance than it would have otherwise. These are like mock filet mignons. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cook them in a cast iron skillet. I am heavily peeved at a recent comment that I received about the doneness of beef in our fajita episode. Heavily peeved. Someone said that they got diarrhea just looking at how I cook that beef. So maybe I just won't show you how this beef looks like on the inside. I'll teach you to complain. Eat your beef however you want. I didn't get no diarrhea. We're fine. And if someone made that comment in my house, I'd be like, don't eat it. Or leave. All right, so I've cooked steak a million times, million ways. The difference today is we're sticking with our Greek traditions. So we're gonna cook the steak in olive oil. So one of the things that I'm doing here, I'm on a medium-high heat. I'm kind of feeling, how is the oil feeling? We are just smoking, so I'm actually gonna turn it down and we'll put our steaks in. Again, they're small steaks, but they're thick. So with that thicker steak, you actually need to cook it longer for the heat to permeate through, unless you want to eat it at a diarrhea-inducing temperature. So this is gonna cook for a little bit. Okay, so here I am back working on the salad. I got this feta chunk in brine traditional, and we can crumble it, we can chop it, so we'll just chop it up. And the amount that goes in your salad's up to you. That's kind of like a spiritual decision. I got a couple lemons, but I got some steaks that probably need to be flipped. So here's our steak. Look, we got a crust. Is it the greatest crust ever? No. Do I care? No. So we'll flip that on over. Start getting a crust on the other side. Okay, I'm gonna try to add about a half a cup of olive oil. I'm gonna juice some lemons. If you ain't got lemons, you can use vinegar. So our salt, some, and then we'll add the oregano, good healthy amount, and we will mix that up. Very, very simple dressing. It tastes amazing on everything. All right, over here with our steaks. Yeah, the inside of that steak is quite literally room temperature. And that could induce diarrhea, because they're not done. Well, let's take a look at our radishes. What's going on with them? Well, they look good. So my guess is that these are tender now, and I'm right. So they cut nicely. You can see they're almost potato-like. That's quite hot. No surprise. It's less tender than I would have thought it would have been, but that could just be like the size of the radishes we're working with. But I don't want them to turn to mush, so I'm gonna leave those as is. Texturally, that's not for everybody. So our thicker steaks might need a little bit more time. Let's throw them in the oven for 5 minutes. Let's just say we did it. All right, popped them in there for a couple minutes. I'm feeling paranoid. I think my thermometer doesn't really work that well. Thick boys are not there yet. Smaller boys are, so they're getting into the, yeah, okay, that's what we'll do. We're gonna pull our smaller boys. It's gonna make room on the radish tray. We're gonna let those rest there. These guys, I'm just feeling paranoid about how they're cooking. I'm literally just gonna leave them there, let them rest on their own in the pan, which will be slightly hotter. I've got a tray of pre-made pita. I'm just gonna throw this in the oven, which is turned off, to heat up. And now we can finish our salad. Here's our salad, put in my feta. I also forgot that I was gonna serve the meat with some raw onions, but I'm probably not gonna do that now because I forgot about it. So I'm going to go ahead and add in all the dressing, thoroughly mix. It smells amazing. Oh, it smells so good. I wanna get some black pepper in there. I think that'll taste nice. And instead of a bowl, we're gonna serve it on a platter because I think that will make it look really cool. For our lamb, I'm gonna go ahead and finish chopping that up if I didn't already finish that. I did not already finish that. I chopped that into pieces. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the reduced juices and just pour it all over this. So it's a little saucy. I'm just gonna dress that. It's like all the flavors were concentrated. Dress it with some of that. I don't know if the audience deserves to see what a steak looks like, but we'll go ahead and do some slices just to see what we're working with. This is one of the smaller steaks. This one came out at a medium. So you can see that there. That actually will be quite nice. That's medium for a sirloin, which means the larger steaks will be more rare than that. And I literally am gonna chop some red onion because this is screaming for some red onion. So that's what I'm gonna do. Pitas are warmed up, chop some red onion. And here is our dinner. You have this nice salad base. You have a couple of protein options. You have a nice roasted vegetable and pita to kind of like sop that all together. And we can accompany this with any kind of condiments that we want. Very healthy, wholesome dinner. And I'm excited to eat it. And there it is. All right, so how am I gonna taste this? How am I gonna eat this? You know, basically what I wanna do, personally, is just grab lots of salad, like so. And I'm gonna grab some lamb and some beef. Get a couple of radishes going, a little bit of onion and pita. There's my pita on the side. And that's kind of the concept for what we're eating tonight. How you actually choose to eat it is up to you. There it is. So I'm just gonna grab a piece of pita and it's so good. Okay, salad. Oh, it's so good. It reminds me of fattoush. It's like a less complicated fattoush. Super lemony, just very, very wholesome tasting. I love the herbs. Beef came out great. I was worried about that being real chewy. It's fine. Radish, I don't know. I just don't really like it that much. But I'm gonna eat a bunch of it. I'm gonna feel great. I might chop a couple tomatoes because I love tomatoes. Might put that on there. But yeah, super happy with this dinner. We're happy, we're healthy, good food, good eating. That's how you do it. Thank you for watching our show. If you like what we're doing, please tell Vinny that he's a good boy and that he should make good choices. Just do your best. And we'll see you next time on Pretty Good.